Hey guys, it's Julie E, and I wanted to give you the second part to what happens with your body when your blood sugar goes up and down. So if you watch part one, if you didn't, go back and watch it, but if you watch part one, you remember this graph where we want our blood sugar to be mostly stable, little ups and little downs throughout the day because that dictates your energy, mood, whether you're burning or storing calories, and your hormones. And whether you're burning weight, burning fat, right? Like losing weight or storing new fat. So if you eat something high in simple sugar or complex carbs, your blood sugar rises through the roof and then it crashes. And this can happen in as little as 5 minutes. What I want to show you is what happens. So when your blood sugar goes up really high, this is like your blood. So when your blood sugar goes up super high, you get all this sugar, all these S's. So lots of sugar in your bloodstream. And what your body does when it sees sugar in the bloodstream is the pancreas sends out insulin in a dose response. So if it sees a lot of sugar, your pancreas is going to send out insulin, and you're going to get a lot of insulin. And then each sugar and each insulin pair up together. That's the job of insulin, is to take sugar out of your bloodstream. So you're going to get all these little like SIs that are going to come out of your bloodstream. They're going to pair up and they're going to go out of your bloodstream. And their job is to go into the cell. And they're going to fill up the muscle cell first. So you're going to get all these little SIs in the muscle cell. But the muscle cell, as you see, is tiny. And the fat cell is much larger. And the wall of the muscle cell is like steel. The wall of the fat cell is elastic. So if you shove enough stuff in there, it will keep growing and growing and growing, and the size of the fat cell will grow. The size of the muscle cell will never grow. So what happens when you have a lot of sugar in your bloodstream, you secrete a lot of insulin, and what happens is that you end up with just insulin floating around, because in the bloodstream, this is your blood after, because what happens is the sugar and the insulin go and they pair together and they go into the muscle cell. But because there's so much, they're going to fill up the muscle cell, and then they're going to start to shove into the fat cell. And you're going to take all the sugar out of the blood, and you're going to end up with just insulin. And when you have just insulin and you're below this line, that's when you feel irritable, shaky, starving, cranky, like you literally need sugar. And that's why people crave. And what's happening is you're filling up the muscle cell all the way, and then let's say these go into the muscle cell, all the rest of these are going to go into the fat cell. And what happens after you do this and you end up down here with just insulin in your bloodstream, you're starving. So what do? Most people end up eating and binging and shoving in crackers and cookies and dessert or junk food because they physiologically need sugar. And then let's say that's 12 o'clock. From 12 to 5, you're like, I'm not eating. I feel so gross. So during that time of the next few hours of your fast or your lack of eating, your body will actually take some of the muscle SIs and it will make energy, and it will take some of the fat SIs and it will make energy in the form of ATP for all you teenagers and science buffs. So what will happen is by the end of the day, you will have ended up storing more sugar in the fat cell than you're going to burn off. Because when your blood sugar goes up and down like this, you just send so much in that you don't end up burning it all off. So the net result at the end of the day, the week, the month, and the year, weight gain. When you block this and you just eat a little bit of food because your blood sugar rises slow and steady, you get, I'll draw another bloodstream, you get a couple of sugar molecules, you get a couple of insulin molecules. You take those, they pair off, they go into the muscle cell, and then they go and they make energy. Let's say that's at 10 a.m., and then at 10:30 or 11 a.m. you have another little snack, or you're digesting your food slowly because it's digesting slow and steady. So as your food digests, you get a little bit of sugar in your cell, in your blood. You get a little bit of insulin that comes out, goes to the muscle cell, and it makes energy. And you never store anything extra in your fat cells. That's how you maintain or lose weight. So the blood sugar is the most important thing that I can teach you, along with keeping your assembly line healthy and clean and flowing. Those two things, if you can master them, you will have more balance, more energy, and more health in your life. So master this blood sugar information, watch this video a few times, and you will have a healthy day.